Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, this is the partially finished hen house that me and my friend Pablo built. If you guys could see the other videos regarding it, but it's missing a door, it's missing a little lay-in place where the hens could lay their eggs, and there's some little holes inside that I need to patch up that are that wind could get through. But otherwise, this is what it looks like, guys. What I did is I added the walls, I added 2 support beams up here to support the roof. And my brother brought up a good point that you guys are probably going to be asking yourselves is, Steven, if the plywood up here gets wet, it's going to just, it's going to deform and then the water will leak through. But we're going to have a tin roof over it, so it'll be fine. So this is what it looks like inside. I'm going to, where everything's going to go, I'm going to add the little nesting boxes back there, and I'm going to add like a couple perches maybe up here too, and then I need to add a door that I can open and close to keep them in or out, and then I'm gonna cut like a little hole, or maybe just leave this hole open so I can run an extension cord and put a heat lamp in here just in prep for the winter. I'll have a heat lamp in here pointed at one corner. Even though it's wood, it'll be fine. So that's that, guys. Right, my yard is really trashed because I need to get this stuff done, but I just haven't had time. However, some good has come of today. In order to move, or in order to move on in the building process, we need to fill in this foundation layer with gravel. So I have this. This right here is the gravel that I'm going to be using. It's it's called screening. So it's the stuff that you'd put down when you're building like a building foundation, and it's screening. It's little rocks. So if you guys see, focus in on the little rocks camera. See, just little rocks. So I have a shovel. I have an area to put the dirt, and I have a camera for a time lapse. So I'm gonna set it up and you guys could watch me fill it in on this moderately windy day. It's gonna be slightly ridiculous, so let's get to it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, well, it's finally done. We lost the light and it took a lot longer than expected, but this is officially what it's going to look like when the chickens come and stay here. It worked out surprisingly well. So you could see, let me go over here to the light. It's fairly solid. My feet do make an imprint. That's just because it's brand new, but I raked it, made it all smooth. And that's how much we have left. My brother's going to use that for something, but guys, this was at least... this right here that I shoveled in is 2.5 tons worth of dirt, because we when it was full, it was 4 tons, and we're at least a little bit over halfway out of there, and that's 2.5 tons of dirt that's out there, and it took a while. So I hope you guys enjoy the time lapse, at least the time lapse for part of it. So yeah, guys, that's just now we actually have to start building it, which is gonna be fairly easy, kind of. Some of the things that are a little bit wonky now is I told you guys how I'm gonna have to cut around this tree because it's in my path, right? So instead of the walls coming up like that, I'm gonna have to like cut a little thing out to go around this tree. I have to account for that. Otherwise, I have to move the coop actually onto here. So I'm gonna move that coop right here, and it's incredibly heavy. Like, me and my brother had a problem moving it from there to there. So we're gonna need at least 4 people to move it. It is incredibly heavy, at least 400 pounds, I want to say. Okay, so with that said, guys, let's keep going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, it is March 17th, and I've started construction on the nesting box. So I actually got this a bunch of really good pieces of wood that look basically like this. They were shelving that this guy had in his garage, and I got it. And I must have like 20 pieces like this. So I'm using it to make the nesting boxes. And what I have so far is like this. This is gonna be like, I'm gonna put in the nesting boxes like this. I'm gonna have 2 of them for my 6 chickens, which should be enough. I was gonna do 3, but I have nowhere to put it, and I didn't account for making the nesting boxes. So I'm gonna do 2. And we're gonna basically get on with that. Hopefully I could, well, I am gonna get it done today, but hopefully we can move on to other stuff too, because I need to make a window in the coop, the hen house coop thing as well. So let's go ahead and just get on with it, guys. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, well, here's what it looks like with just the 2 sides on. We're close to being done, and this is where I'm gonna put the third one. So I got the screws ready, and then I'm about to, or the nails ready, and I'm about to nail this one in. But this is how it's coming out, and it's working out pretty good so far. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, well, this is what it looks like. The nesting box completed. So I added these little things right here, so that when I put like hay and stuff in here, it doesn't just like all fall out when the chickens get in, and also so eggs don't roll out of it. She's making weird noises. All right, but wait. Okay, but I also added the top here, so this is actually going to be outside of the entire coop and everything. So I'm gonna have to put a latch on it so the chickens don't open this by themselves. But to make it easier to get to the eggs, there's like this old like cabinet shelf that I found. It's all dusty, but I'm able to open it like so. See? So like, say this is on the outside, and like this would be the inside of the coop, and I'm like, oh, I need to get some eggs. I'd be like, oh, just open it, and I'm able to get inside of it relatively easily. Now I need to position this, so I'm gonna go over there to the house itself and make a little platform for this, so I can put it out there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it looks like from afar. So minor things, minor problems occurred throughout the builds, and it caused me to alter my original idea. So what I had originally planned for this was to screw these big like 4-inch pieces of wood to the side of this, and then drill them into the bottom here and the top here. However, that proved to be problematic with this one, because not only did it not reach, did I not measure it correctly, but there's another big piece right here in the way, so I couldn't actually drill into this. So then I was at a loss, and I thought, you know what, I'll just stick a bar across here. So I drilled another big piece of wood right there, as you can see, and then I attached these little pieces of wood to actually hold the whole thing on to this top piece of wood. So that's cool. I used a whole lot of screws because I do not want this thing falling and having the chickens escape and or hurting my chickens. So I used a whole bunch of screws, probably more than necessary, and I also screwed it in the bottom down here to that one, and as well to that side. So that's what it'll look like in the once it's positioned correctly. Looks kind of wonky, but it'll work. And let me actually open it up for you guys. Nice little thing right here. I'm actually gonna have to latch this down though, because I don't want anyone opening it and leaving it open, or the chickens getting up from under and inside and like pecking at it and pushing this open, because chickens are surprisingly strong. So if we opened it up, this is what it would look like if we were like, oh guys, it's time to get some chicken eggs. I bet they got some out here. And we come out here in the morning and, oh hey, look at all those eggs. So that's what it'll look like, as you guys can see from afar. That's what it looks like. And just open it up, and it'll be real easy. And I can make a little thing where I could hold it open too if I need to clean it out. I can make a little latch. So that's that. And this thing turned out to be really heavy, guys. So I want to say it was at least 60 pounds. All this wood, no joke, all this together when I lifted it was 60 pounds. So let me go around to the inside, because that's the best part. Okay, that's what it looks like, guys. Okay, so let me go out here. If we I'm not gonna have a door on this for the summertime, because chickens really don't need the door, but I'm gonna make the little opening smaller for them, of course. But say we were a chicken and we're like, oh, it's time to lay an egg, right? And then we come in here, you got a nice little home, right? And you're like, oh, where should I lay my egg? Oh, that's an excellent spot. So that's what it would look like, guys. The internal dimensions for that is 13.5 inches by 13.5 inches by 13.5 inches. It's just one exact cube of 13.5 inches. That's what that is. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna put up a window. I think I'm gonna cut out a window right here, just to get some little bit of airflow in here. Maybe a window right there, a little window there, maybe a big one here that I need to be able to close. I need to be able to close them when if it were to rain or whatever, or start snowing or something, because it does snow here sometimes. But I'll cut out the windows, and I could probably do that right now, and I could make like a little shade structure right there. Not like a little shade structure, and I'll put some hardware cloth over it so the chickens can't actually go through the window, but it allows airflow to go in and out. So that's a little nesting box, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, it's been a long day of constructing stuff for the chickens, and I think it's about time I showed you. We'll get to that in a second, but let me show you guys what I worked on for like the last 30 minutes or so. I realized, you know, when you're getting the eggs, it's going to be really tiresome and difficult if you got to open this and constantly keep it open. So I made a little latching system, right? Not only to keep it closed, so make sure no one opens it on accident or the chickens don't bump it and get out, but just to keep them all safe, right? So it doesn't let anything come up, because it's latched on here with little D-link thing, and then if I could take it off, right? And if I want to open it, I'll be like, oh, let me open this. Okay, I opened it up. You see, I opened it up. Now I just got to, oh wait, let me actually pull it up. Okay, and then I was like, okay, then I gotta latch it on right there. See? So now it stays open, and I could be like, oh, hello chickens, and I could get the eggs. So it just makes things a lot easier, and it looks pretty cool too. It looks very sophisticated, but it's really not. And because it was just with stuff I had laying around, like this is like a door handle. Oh, let me take it off. Okay, there, I took it off. Now let me show you guys the other side. Now, I told y'all I was gonna make a window, so I made a window, and I made a cover for the window as well. But y'all know me, and you guys know that we're from Texas, and people in Texas, we can't just do things like other people. So, dun dun, a little star for the Lone Star State. There we go, guys. I could actually, this came out like freaking cool. Okay, so let me latch it up here. This one's a little bit harder, but look, it blocks out the sunlight. It's like a little window. I just think that's like the coolest thing ever, and I cut it out with a little saw. I cut out the star for Texas, and these are Texas chickens, so they deserve some Texas love. So there we go, guys. Nice little thing right here. So if you guys were a chicken and you were looking out, that's what you would see. Yeah, I haven't put the chicken wire. I'll put some chicken wire or hardware cloth or something like that in here, just so the chickens don't like fly out through their little hole or whatever. But I don't have that yet. Well, I have the hardware cloth. It's over there with the rest of the supplies, but I don't want to just go cutting it up. I'm just gonna use whatever's left after I make the walls for the giant run. I'll just use whatever's left and put it in here. I haven't made the door. I'll make that another day. So we did a lot of construction today. So I hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all love this as much as I do, because it just tickles my heart. So that's it, guys. Until next time, I'll see you guys later, and hopefully we could actually, you know, get to building that run, since I've been talking about it for quite a while now. So see you guys later.